அந்த லிஸ்ட் ஒரு நல்ல ரிச்சான ஒரு ஸ்வாட்டிங் வராங்க ஒரு பாத்துங்க ஓ இதோட பேக் மாட்டின்னு வரும் அது சந்தோஷம் இல்லடா என்கிட்ட இல்லடா என்கிட்ட இல்ல Very good evening to everyone present here. Before we officially begin today's ceremony, I would like to warmly invite our guest of honor, the head of the department, and our faculty coordinator to please take their reserved seats on the stage. I kindly request the faculty coordinator, Professor Richa Karmakar, to graciously present the flower bouquets to our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Harish Iyer, and to our respected head of the department, Professor Sanjeev Senapati. I would now like to present a bouquet to Dr. Richa Karmakar, the faculty coordinator, D3P ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Sneha Sadpati, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to IIT Madras for the Department of Biotechnology's degree distribution program. Today, as we gather to celebrate the remarkable achievements of our graduates, who through dedication and perseverance have reached the significant milestone in their academic journey. This is a day to reflect on the past, cherish the present, and eagerly look forward to the future. Without further delay, let us begin the ceremony with the invocation. May I kindly request everyone to please rise for the prayer, starting with the Tamil Thai Mantra followed by Vande Mataram. நீராடும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெற்களமும் அதிர்ச்சிறந்த திரளாடும் தற்பசிறு பிறை முதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ்க்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்த செயல் மறந்த வாழ்த்துதுமே 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 வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் சுஜலாம் சுஃபலாம் மலயஜ சீதலாம் சஸ்ய ஷாமளம் மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் சுப்ரஜோத்ஸ்னா புலகிதயம் कुसुमित ब्रह्मदर्शोदिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुतरां वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Once again, a very warm welcome to all of you joining us for this degree distribution ceremony, especially our 2025 graduates receiving their degrees today, along with their family members, friends, and those watching us live on YouTube channel. It's a distinct honor to extend a special welcome to our distinguished guest of honor, Dr. Harish Iyer, Director of Health, R&D, Digital Innovation and AI, India at the Gates Foundation. Thank you, sir, for joining us on this momentous occasion. We are truly grateful and humbled by your presence and eagerly look forward to your inspiring address. I would also like to take a moment to extend a heartfelt welcome to all the faculty members and staff of our department. Your dedication, support play an invaluable role in shaping the success of our students, and we are truly grateful to have you with us on this very special day. Commence today's proceedings, I now invite Professor Sanjeev Senapati to present the annual report of our department.
Dear Chief Guest, Dr. Harish, graduates, parents, faculty colleagues, staff members, students, and alumni. It is a pleasure to have you for the 7th Biotechnology Department Degree Program distribution function as a part of the 62nd Institute Convocation. The chief guest for today's event is Dr. Harish, who is currently the Director Health R&D Digital Innovation Gates Foundation. Harish is also special among our all chief guests over the last 7 years due to the fact that he is also an IITM alumnus of 1990 passing out batch from chemical engineering. Now, on this special occasion, let me begin by congratulating the graduating students and wishing them all the very best for a very bright future ahead. I would also like to congratulate the proud parents who would also be gratified to be here, as well as the faculty advisor and guides who have mentored and nurtured these bright minds during their tenure at IIT Madras. This year, from our department, we have a total of 114 graduates, 24 of them receiving the PhD degree, 5 are receiving MS degree, 15 receiving MTech in bioprocess engineering, and 70 students receiving the dual degree either in bioengineering or biological sciences. The Department of Biotechnology is in its 22nd year, having started in 2004, and has grown into a highly multidisciplinary department in terms of research, teaching, and infrastructure. The department is housed in the Bhupat and Jyoti Mehta School of Biosciences with 2 buildings, which have been personally supported by the Mehta Family Foundation, an Indian philanthropist based in Houston, USA. The department has 60,000 square feet of laboratory and office spaces and specialized facilities such as BioScience, which houses several sophisticated instrumentation for biological research, a DST FIST facility for protein characterization, a high-end bioimaging facility, a state-of-the-art animal house, the highly sophisticated National Cancer Tissue Biobank, a biofoundry to discover and manufacture smart materials, and the bio incubator facility in the IITM Research Park. The department currently has 34 full-time faculty, 3 affiliated faculty, and 1 emeritus professor. We have 584 students, including 210 PhD scholars, 241 dual degree students, 52 master's degree students, and 81 BTech. High quality research by my colleagues in diverse areas, ranging from quantum simulations to bioprocess engineering to cancer genomics, has enabled us to publish nearly 150 research papers in last academic year, including top-notch publication in PNS, Nature Communications, and 43 patents, out of which 29 have been filed and 14 have been granted. Such a prolific output has been enabled by substantial extramural funding. The department faculty obtained 15.55 crores worth of sponsored projects and 65.87 crores in industrial projects over the last 1 year. I'll now give you snapshots of the developments in the department as well as the achievements of my faculty colleagues, scientific staff, and students during the past academic year. We had procured several high-end sophisticated equipments over the past 2 years. Though we could not advertise it to the scientific community outside the campus so well yet, still our IT, ET, and DDF accounts are showing a steady increase in fund availability due to the user charges that we have imposed. As of today, these three funds together summing close to 50 lakhs currently available fund, which is much more than any previous academic year. And this is helping me and will help the future heads to distribute the department fund in a bigger chunk to my faculty colleagues and support the PG research. I'd like to cite a few achievements of our student staff and faculty colleagues now. Among the student awards, Fatima Ridha from Michael Gromia's lab won the Best Fast Talk and Poster Prize in RSC meeting in IIT Hyderabad. She also received Institute Research Award. Srishti Kumari, mentored by Guhan and Narayanan, secured second poster prize in International Conference on Advanced Biofabrication in IIT Madras. Pratyay Sengupta from Kartik's lab won Best Selected Talk at MVIF. Neil Janani from Nitish's lab won Best Poster Presentation at ISHR Conference at IIT Madras. Dhania, again from Nitish's lab, won the N.K. Ganguly Best Poster Prize in ISCS Ahmedabad. Aishwarya Murali from Himanshu's lab and Indira from Santanu's lab received the Women Leading IITM Award. Bissaman from Risha's lab received the Best Poster Award at Conferral 2024 in IIT Hyderabad. Tarun Mohan from Grisma's lab won the BD Biosciences Best Poster Award in Molecular Medicine at the Pan IIT in IIT Kanpur. Sudipta Nandi from Sanjeev Senapati's lab won the Best Poster Prize in 9th International Conference on Current Trends in Drug Discovery at CDRI Lucknow 2025. Among the staff awards, Dr. Srividya has been awarded the RI Trans Plus Staff Exchange Program and Fellowship, in which she visited Italy to get a training on facts. Mrs. Sachireka received travel grant from EMBL to attend practical course on quantitative proteomics at EMBL Germany. Among the achievements of my faculty colleagues, Dr. Smita Srivastava has received the Himalaya Wellness Best External Collaborator Award for 2025 for accelerating research in Ayush and plant biotechnology. She also got a CSR grant to start the Herbalife IITM combined project. Dr. Ninita has received the Hargobind Khorana Innovative Young Biotechnologies Fellowship 2024-25 session. Dr. Risha Karmakar received the Trend Secular Award 2024 in Energy Consortium at IIT Madras. Dr. Himanshu Sinha contributed to Genome India 10K and India-specific gestational age modeling projects. Mohalingam created Bharat Cancer Genome Atlas of 960 genomic data and received 60 crore from Hyundai India for Cancer Genomic Project. That's all about the report. And before I end, I would like to share a couple of life learning from my mentors that I want to share with the graduating group. So my first learning, which I want to share with you, is that always keep yourself open to learn. The world is so vast that there is no end of learning. You're still very young. If you want to change your trajectory, this is the time to change and go for your passion. IIT Life shown you a huge spectrum of opportunities available around the globe. If now we feel that you could be a better quantum scientist or engineer, go and study quantum physics and computing. If you think you have potential to become a good administrator, change the trail right away. If you want to be a Sukla and step on the space, it is perhaps not that late yet. Of course, this could be there could be initial difficulties, but if you give 100% of your potential and remain focused, you can make it. The second learning is give back to your alma mater. You will not realize now, but you will realize 5, 10 years down the line that this institute and department has given you a lot. Some of you are going abroad for higher studies, some accepted, and some industry offer. Please try to understand that it's all because of the platform that this institute and department have given to you. As Mr. Ajit Doval mentioned in the convocational speech in the morning in regard to Viksit Bharat 2047, you will be in prime time of your life in 2047 when you'll be in 40s. You'll be well settled, but you'll have brilliant ideas and you'll still be highly energetic and lots of enthusiasm. With your this background in IIT and the wisdom, you can contribute significantly towards Viksit Bharat 2047. And I urge you to direct your mind towards that from today. I know all of you will get busier in coming days in the noise of high-tech world and will forget us and my appeal. But as your parents never stop caring for you, we decided to send you periodic reminder in the form of sending departmental newsletter to say that we still care for you and we still remember you. So we started our newsletter last year, but you'll be receiving the fifth newsletter down the line in a couple of months. I'll also make an announcement here that this year on December 6th, we'll have our first reunion of BT. So this is on the occasion of BT 20 on December 6th, 2025, we have the first BT reunion. So I extend my invitation. Please mark your calendar and please come on December 6th. And some of you who will be in science, December 4th to 6th, we'll also have a Pan IIT B conference where we have many international and national speakers, industry academia conclave. So please mark your calendar and try to attend both the conference and the reunion. With that, I'll stop here with my heartfelt congratulations to all of you, my beloved graduates, and wish you the very best in your future endeavors. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Professor Sanjeev, for that insightful update. It's truly inspiring to hear about the exciting developments within the department and also the remarkable achievements of our students, faculty, and staff. Next, it is my great pleasure to introduce today's honorable guest of honor, Dr. Harish Iyer. Dr. Harish is the Director, Health, R&D, Digital Innovations and AI, working at the Gates Foundation India Country Office, where he leads a team focused on accelerating global health through technology and innovation. Since 2015, he has played a major role in shaping strategies across vaccines, diagnostics, therapeutics, digital health, and artificial intelligence. His work spans multiple initiatives such as polio, COVID, and TB, diagnostics, and complex formulations. Additionally, his team also provides support for India's digital health mission and AI governance. He manages key partnerships with the Indian government research bodies and has contributed to national level advisory committees such as the DBT Vaccines Expert Committee. To the Gates Foundation, Dr. Harish was the CEO and managing director of Shanta Biotech, where he led strategic operations, secured WHO pre-qualification for critical vaccines, and advanced projects in rotavirus, IPV, and typhoid conjugate vaccine. Represented Shanta in global stakeholder engagements, including WHO, BCGI, PAHO, and UNICEF. From 2001 to 2011, Dr. Harish served at Biocon in Bangalore, rising to vice president and head R&D. He spearheaded development efforts in biosimilars and notably driving down insulin costs in India significantly and advancing an insulin to phase 2 trials. Harish was instrumental in regulatory strategy and interactions with global agencies such as the US FDA and EMA. Before returning to India, Dr. Harish worked in the US biotech sector, beginning at Genentech and later IDEC Pharmaceuticals as a group leader in purification development for monoclonal antibodies. Dr. Harish holds a PhD in chemical engineering from the Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute and a bachelor's from IIT Madras. He also completed executive education in leadership and strategy in pharma from Harvard Business School. He has authored numerous publications in biopharmaceutical development, especially in insulin formation, analytical sciences, and especially in insulin formation, continues to be a prominent voice in health innovation and global development. I'm deeply privileged to invite Dr. Harish Iyer to please address the gathering. Please join me in welcoming him with a big round of applause.
Hello, students, graduates, Professor Sanjeev, esteemed faculty, parents. I start with the heartiest congratulations to all of you who are uh, getting your degrees today. I'm just thinking back about I graduated in 1990, that is 35 years ago. I mean, that doesn't really date me, right? So, um, when I graduated, I had nothing of the kinds of things that your HOD talked about. We had none of this stuff. Department of Biotechnology didn't exist. I was graduating with a degree in chemical engineering. I barely knew what chemical engineering was or um, what I would end up doing, what this whole field of biotechnology was. I had a great deal of excitement of biotechnology because right when I was close to when I was graduating, there was this vaccine company called Shanta Biotech, which much later on I became the CEO of, launching this thing called the hepatitis B vaccine. To me, the hepatitis B vaccine development and the excitement around it and inclusion in the national immunization program represents this whole bringing together of biology, of formulations, of engineering, manufacturing, potency assays, a whole lot of complicated things to make this vaccine happen in India. Nobody knew how to make this vaccine. This is actually a vaccine that was a collaboration between academia. I think Indian Institute of Science was involved, CCMB was involved, and this young upstart of a company called Shanta Biotech. So my point of saying this is something that happened in quite many years ago with much lower capability than many of you are walking out of here with, and much fewer experiences than many of you are walking out with. So I think it's an extremely exciting future, I think, for all of you. I think I also want to go back to this point that was made in the morning, that by 2047 we have to dream to become an advanced country. It will not happen by itself. It's not, something handed down to us, right? It will require, we got here through extraordinary efforts by people who didn't know what this future was going to look like. There were lots of unknowns. It is very much people like you. And again, I'm putting myself in your position, even though that was 35 years ago, where I was often walking out, not really sure what am I going to be doing. And of course, I'd got to a PhD program, but I didn't really have a good sense of what it meant to be there. I do want to add a few other things. So I worked in the US for about 6 years. I worked in some of the top companies in the US. It was a dream job for me. My first job after my PhD, working at Genentech on looking at monoclonal antibodies, cutting edge of biotechnology and science, growing cell culture at 12,000 liter scale, huge, bioprocessing manufacturing, very cool stuff. But I realized that during my time there, that India was, this is again, we're talking about late 1990s. India was not talked about at all in any of the conversations. All the medicines we were developing, completely unaffordable to a majority of Indians, right? So I think the key thing that drove me was what could I do that could make a difference in the country that gave me so much? And to Professor Sanjeev's point, this country has given you great deal of privilege. It's a great institution. You might not fully realize it now. I don't think I realized it at all when I was graduating. Over time, I think again, harking back to what your HOD spoke about, you do realize that actually this country has given you quite a bit. It's just you just take it for granted that yes, but I worked hard. It's because of me that I am where you are. Undoubtedly, your individual effort is part of it, but it's also what the ecosystem that has been created for you to go achieve this advanced education, be exposed to the lab equipment, the projects, a lot of which that we didn't get exposed to. I did one course, I think, in biochemical engineering, and that was it. And after that, it was based on just some inspiration. Oh, genetic engineering is happening. There's a revolution going on. So there are plenty of interesting, difficult, unsolved problems even today. Plenty of problems, right? I'll give you a couple of them which are relevant today to for us to think about the interface of immunology. I'm going to talk a lot about disease prevention in my conversation with you, but there are other aspects of it as well which I'll touch on. For example, this vaccine called HPV. HPV is a very important vaccine. It's given to young boys and girls to prevent from cancer. Typically, it starts off in girls to prevent cervical cancer. This vaccine seems to work for decades, even when immunological titers come down significantly. We don't really know why. And today it protects you against 2 or 4 strains. How would you make it protect you against multiple, strains? What's the construct you would need to solve for multiple strains? Are there correlates of protection that are possible here? So, interesting scientific problem, not been really solved so far. We've gone ahead from a utilitarian perspective to use this vaccine. Let's talk about TB. TB is a disease that kills more people in India till COVID came along. When I was growing up in India, when I was working in India, I had no idea that TB was even a problem, right? Because people in our surroundings don't tend to get TB. It's a classic disease of the poor, but we are losing human beings to that disease. Why is there no vaccine for TB? Classic, complex immunology, microbiology, host pathogen interaction problem, but it can be worked on and you could solve it. And there are actually multiple companies in India working on TB vaccines, but it's again a very, very interesting, challenging problem. Of course, globally, problem of HIV vaccine has not been solved for. So there is another very interesting example of why is HIV so hard to target? Perhaps TB is a more important one of immediate effect right now. Let's look at other aspects of biotechnology where biology, engineering come together. Development of new devices and new diagnostics. When you go to a physician with a fever, do they look for what your illness is or will they just give you an antibiotic straight away? Obviously, knowing what infection you have is useful before you prescribe an antibiotic. And knowing if the organism infecting you will be treated with this antibiotic is a very important problem. This is going to be a huge global health problem of the future where one has to worry about antimicrobial resistance. It's a classic problem that the biotech field can work on along with people from public health, along with people from engineering, along with other modelers and all kinds of scientists, right? Because eventually, many of these, you're not creating new drugs so far because there's a what's called a market failure problem in antibiotics because and you once you run out of the frontline antibiotics, any routine surgery, any routine infection can become deadly. So tremendous opportunity. This is going to be absolutely needed for the future to help sort out how will we solve this problem. It's going to become, in my mind, like how we took up the challenge against COVID. Suddenly, everybody was obsessed with COVID and figuring out, well, how will you treat this? You need the right medicines, you need the right vaccine, you have to mask yourself. How does it transmit? There's modeling. There's a whole, how does the host respond? So many interesting problems that came out of it, which have to be solved for. Similarly, I believe that things like um, antimicrobial resistance are very, very important. The government is obviously running a huge program. It requires everybody to be on board to help solve these kinds of problems. So I think you're, of course, coming here at a very exciting time. There are many, many new developments on the horizon. I'll name a few of them. One, of course, is gene editing. Gene editing is a technology that didn't exist when I was finishing up my PhD, when I was working for many, 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 many decades after I'd finished my, at least 2 decades, 2.5 decades. Gene editing was not a solution at all to any problem. Today, gene editing trials are going on where can you eliminate some key genes or insert some key, base pairs into a gene? And the problem that people are trying to solve for is at this point in time, you have to take cells out of your body often when you're doing editing, especially, and do it what's called ex vivo. Can you figure out formulations where you can have a CRISPR-Cas package delivered to a particular cell inside the body without having to take cells out, right? So this is what I would call a current cutting edge problem, right? Why is it not working easily? Because the CRISPR-Cas can go, uh, you know, have non-target effects. It can change some other particular cell line in your body. It might not affect only the cells. That's one problem. A different problem is if you need to convert all the cells into with that defect or change, it may not do it. If it is it okay if it doesn't, convert all the cells, or do we need to convert all the cells for the problem? So picking the right problem to work on and using this technology is going to be a key aspect of it. What are the other things that we have learned over time? We have obviously the Human Genome Project, which again has and beyond now. I will talk about human microbiome. We think microbiome is suddenly getting to be so much more important in human health. A big aspect of biotechnology is, can you find microbiome products in quotes, right? Many of us have grown up eating curds and other, probiotic that are useful for, let's say, for gut health, perhaps. But are there other things that you can do where you utilize the power of microorganisms to help you? So that's a very, very important one. And I would say finally, AI and machine learning. So many of you might have heard about AlphaFold, which got the Nobel, I think, a couple of years ago, maybe, or a few years ago. How did that happen, right? It happened because, of course, a few 100,000 proteins were crystallized, and there was data in multiple data banks, and then that was used to train to get millions of sequences, the first estimate of uh, a folded structure. Why is folded structure important? It's going to sound like a classroom. Why is folded structure important, right? And what does folding change depending on the context, depending on what pH you have, what solution composition you have, what salts you have? It may. And can it be used to target and create new drugs? I go back to the problem of the AMR problem. Can you talk about what targets do we need in against specific bacteria? Can we find inhibitors for it? You get into in silico modeling work and then starting to get into synthetic chemistry. Can AI help you in synthetic chemistry? And then can it help you decide what sort of steps do you need to synthesize? So none of this existed, right? None of this existed. This is all today's cutting edge problems that you're working on. So I think, and I will start and I'll end with synthetic biology, which again has been here for some time now. But can we create organisms that can be helpful either from a manufacturing perspective or from a therapeutic perspective? Literally nanobots that can, help solve problems for you with very complex capabilities. So I wanted to briefly touch on the fact that you are living in a particularly exciting time with particularly real problems that can be solved with some of the skills that you've developed already and additional skills that you will develop. You're better, I would say, than I was by far in any when I was graduating. So I'm so excited and also somewhat jealous of all of you because I think you guys have a great future. I think it's a very thrilling possibility. Please uh, stay happy, of course. Make sure that you're curious. I would say be rebellious, of course, because only rebelliousness will, overturn existing dogmas. Be rebellious to, of course, trying to be useful, changing our lives for all of them for the better. And I want to end by wishing you all the very best in your career ahead, in your education ahead. Very, very exciting time ahead. So, congratulations again to all of you and your parents and your wonderful faculty members, and all the very best for the future. Thank
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. I'm sure your words truly resonated with all of us. And thank you also for shedding light on the exciting possibilities that lie ahead in the field of biotechnology, and also that the future holds for the young minds. With that, we now have reached the most awaited part of today's ceremony, the distribution of awards and conferral of degrees to our graduates who have successfully completed their academic programs. At this moment, I now invite Professor Richa Karmakar to announce the recipients of various awards, followed by the names of 2025 graduates. I also kindly request our distinguished guest of honor, Dr. Harish Iyer, to please join us in presenting the awards to our prize winners. Thank you very much, Sneha. So now I would like to start the degree distribution. So first we start with the institute prize. So the institute prize will start with GE Imagination Excellence Award, and that award goes to Vaishnavi for for her PhD degree. Congratulations, Vaishnavi. So the next award is for Batch of 1979 Award for PhD. So I would like to call upon Dr. R. Banya for 1979 award for her PhD degree. So now I would like to call upon the best MS thesis in the Department of Biotechnology, Ms. Anjali Rao Balbavi for MS degree. Congratulations, Anjali. Now, I would like to call the Nagarjun for Institute Merit Prize. This is an Institute Prize. Congratulations, Nagarjun. So, he's our MTech student. Now, this year, actually, we introduced in the Department of Biotechnology, we introduced the KB Ramachandran Award. So, I would like to say some few words about this award. So, the KB Ramachandran Award for the best MTech project. So, it's not the it's about the MTech thesis. So, MTech project in bioprocess engineering was instituted in the memory of our beloved faculty colleague, Professor KB Ramachandran, who passed away last year. So Professor Ramachandran was a highly respected biochemical engineer who made many valuable contribution to this field. The award was instituted through a generous donation by his daughters, Shweta and Vidya. So I would like to call upon stage Shweta madam and Vidya madam to give this award along with our guest of honor and HOD. So this award goes to Visha for her MTech thesis. So now, okay. Now I'd like to continue a few more awards. That is Governor Prize, Batch of 1979 Award in Biomedical Engineering goes to Rajagopal Subramaniam for his dual degree. So the next award is the Vishwakarma Prize. Again, dual degree student Gautam B. Next award is Kalapati AGS Prize or Biocon Prize. It goes to Bhavisha SM. She is also from dual degree. So the next award is Devashri Award. It is goes to Ananya Sangeeta Nagarjunan from her dual degree. So the next prize is Professor C. S. Krishnamurthy Endowment Prize. It goes to Malavika Venkatesh, dual degree. So this is the final award, batch of 1979 award, biological science, and 48th Indian Pharmaceutical Congress Prize, goes to Vatsal Arya, dual degree. It seems he is a very, very charming personality. So thank you very much, sir. So now we wanted to like maybe both of you can stay in the stage, and then now I like to ask our HOD to give the like degree distribution. So first we'll start with the PhD. So P. Sarnath for getting the PhD degree. Infant Sagyaraj Rave, Pooja Kumari, Avani Hathi, Muthudi, Tamizarasan K, Sindhu J, Prasanna Manikanda Karthik, Vidya P. Warrior, Babu R, Sonal Umar, Inimai, Harini. This is the last degree from the PhD batch. Now we like to call for the MS. So I would like to start from Dharini Devi, Imai Mangesh More, Anvesh Gupta. So now I would like to start the MTech degree. So starting with Vivash Raju Wasnik, Prakash Chakraborty, Arya Mitra Srinivasan. Chandrika Sarkar. Gulchan Singh. Hafiz Amal. Indrani Roy. Monisha Singh. Praveen K. Sorry. Raghavi M. Samiksha Talukdar. Swati S. Guys, please throw some more applause because it's a degree program. Come on. It's so much of hard work. Okay, so now I would like to start with a dual degree. So, Aditya Vikram. Yes, something like this. Great. Rinvit Reddy Navilapalli. Archit Jain. Uchita K. Sorry for my Bengali pronunciation. Ishwita Saisha Ponnada. Hariharan B. Okay. So, so now I'd like to call Harish to give the degree and probably HOD can take a little bit rest. Hariharan B. No, Harinder. Sorry, I'm sorry. Harinder Aditya. Harshit Rajpuri, Chalan Ishak Ishan Deepak, Kamli Shubham Ravindra, Keshav Krishna MP, Kritika Senthil Kumar, Hari Reshma P, Nikhil Anand, Humayun Farooq Ahmed, Prahlad Vijay Varahaswamy, Prerna Prasad Deshmukh, Salim Aslam, Sanjana Adluru, Sanjeev Kumar Swaminathan, Sarthak Jain, Jenial Samir Seth, Shivaram V, Shubham, Tanmay Rajendra Sawant. Oh, sorry. Just a- Tanmay Rajendra Sawant. Tania Arulalan. Ujjwal Nima. Oh, wait. Sorry. Still. Ujjwal Nima. Venkat Sarang Kodalkar. Vijay R. Vishwa. Akash B. Naruhi Anand Vora. Abhishek Sharma. Hire Ganesh Ravindra. Amrit K. Aniket Hemant Soche. Arvind S. Andy Livingstone. Now I'd like to call Professor Amal to come on the stage to give the rest of the degree. So it's a BS degree, Boneshwar VK. P. Darpan Balar. Deven Arya. Fatima Bensa M. Ghanshyam Didwania. Sujit Gold. M- Mayank Anand. Guys, please be seated because we still have a couple of degree left. So please don't roam here and there. Mohammad Nazim K. Mohana Priya R. Pankaj Bharadwaj. Sanket Prakash Patil. Rashila M. Okay. Thank you, Professor Amal. Now I would like to call Professor Karunakaran on the stage to give the rest of the degree. Rajiv Ranjan. Ritik Vishweshwar. Guys, don't leave the premises because after this we have a group photo. So the degree holder, please stay over here. Sachin Chaudhary, Sapna R, Sarath S, Tanush Prasant Kalantri, so only last two awards remaining. Not awards, I mean the degree. Yashraj Singh, Yatharth. So this is the last one. Now I'd like to call Madam to come on the stage. Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Dr. Iyer, Professor Senapati, Professor Karnakaran, Professor Amal, and Professor Richa. On behalf of the Department of Biotechnology, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the graduating class of 2025. We wish you continued success and fulfillment as you embark on the next chapter of your academic and professional journey. Some of our prize winners have graciously agreed to share their personal experiences and journeys within the department. I now invite them to come forward and address the gathering with a brief speech. We will begin with Dr. Vaishnavi from our PhD program. Distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, proud family members, and fellow graduates, I am extremely honored to receive this award at this prestigious moment. Uh, Coming from a small village somewhere near Rameshwaram, where our great Dr. Abdul Kalam has come, I take him as a great inspiration. So my academic journey begins from a village to getting into Anna University for my UG, to NIT for PG, and getting into IIT, and I'm here today. So this journey has been extremely tremendous, and it is very nice to stand before you all to share this. This has been not made possible without the support of my family members, all my friends and family. And with respect to the journey at IIT Madras, I'm here since my MTech project. I worked under the guidance of Professor Gohan. He has been extremely kind, supportive, and always there and motivating throughout this journey. Without him, it would not be possible at all. I extremely thank him for all his guidance and being kind to me. And I would like to thank all the others present here, and finally to all the graduates who are going to be future leaders, mentors. Uh, keep rocking and doing your hard work with perseverance and consistency. Thank you all once again. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Vaishnavi. Next, I invite Dr. Dhanya from our PhD program. Very good evening to all of you. I'm really excited to be standing in front of you today. So, to me, this coveted award is a testimony to a young researcher's perseverance, and I feel deeply humbled to be bestowed upon this great honor. So, for me, PhD has not been, just a journey where you learn more science. It's been more of a journey of self-discovery where I realized there's more to being a researcher than just merely doing science. And that includes meticulous documentation, dedication, consistent dedication. Put up yourself after numerous falls. And most important of all, have a willingness to learn every single day. So I'm just glad that I went through this experience and I feel proud of myself, if I must say so, with the risk of sounding a little quite conceited. So we often compare our journey to others, and we make this mistake where we compare our PhD journeys or research journeys to our peers and other friends, and that really sends us down an awful spiral. So I really request you to not do that. So each of our journeys are pretty different. So in such days, remember to be kind to yourself and be proud of yourself for every single day, no matter what situation. So, as my research supervisor, Professor Nitish Mahapatra used to say, research is a job where you're being paid to do what you enjoy doing, what you love doing. We couldn't agree more, but I also would like to add, no matter your age, never stop being that wide-eyed researcher who gets excited with those little science moments. So, at this note, I'd like to thank my research guide, Professor Nitish Mahapatra, for being my hugest source of inspiration, for his constant support and encouraging me to, pursue my scientific pursuits, and yet even to, achieve my scientific curiosity. I'd also next like to thank the committee for, giving me a great candidate. I'd like to thank my DC members, the current and the former heads of the department, all the staff at the biotech department for their constant steadfast support, and also IIT for resources. I'm also very fortunate to be surrounded by a very loving community who led their part this journey. So I'd like to thank my wonderful mates, both seniors and juniors, for staying with me through thick and thin and making the lab wonderful and lively place. And also thanks to my amazing batchmates and my friends and colleagues outside lab, juniors and seniors, for some pretty intensive brainstorming and sessions, and of course for believing me on days when given guidance. So last but not the least, I'd like to thank my parents for their unflinching love and support. Without whom this journey would have not been possible. With a special mention to my late aunt, Sri nice to see Dr. Ganya, and I'm sure today she'll be very happy and proud to see me here. Wonderful evening. Thank you, Dr. Dhanya. I invite Miss Anjali Rao Kalbavi from our MS program to share her experience. Respected dignitaries and guys, head of the department, Professor Sanjeev Senapati, esteemed professors, dedicated volunteers, and my fellow graduates. A very good evening to all of you. And it is an honor to stand before you on the occasion of the 62nd convocation of our Madras, a day that marks a significant milestone in all of our lives. Coming to IIT Madras for the first time, I had stepped so far from home in 22 years. I was nervous about managing my own life on my own. But looking back now, I can confidently say that these past 3 years have been an incredible journey, transformative, not just in terms of academic and research, but personally as well. But none of this would have been possible without the guidance and support of my advisor, Professor Madhulika Dixit. She gave me the freedom to explore my ideas no matter how unconventional efforts, and she let me fail, learn, and try again. Her constant encouragement is the reason I kept going, and ultimately, I had the honor of receiving the Best MS Thesis Award in our department. I would also like to express my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Soumendra Kumar Bajpai from the Applied Mechanics Department. He played a significant part in my project and it was completed under his guidance as well, and his insights were invaluable to me. I would also like to thank my lab mates who were always there for me and they were willing to lend me a helping hand, whether it be experiments or just simply listen to my complaints, rants, and endless gossip. And it was because of my lab mates that going to lab never feels like a chore. To my friends at the department and my hostel for their warm chats and open doors, they made this place feel like home. I'm also especially thankful to my aunt and uncle here in Chennai. They welcomed me with open arms and treated me like their own daughter. And they were always just a phone call away whenever I needed them. Their kindness and love made this city feel less unfamiliar and more like home. And finally, to my parents and my brother, thank you for your constant support and faith and encouragement. Without them, I couldn't reach where I am today. As we stand at the threshold of new beginnings, I live with not just a degree, but a deep sense of gratitude for this institute and for the people who shaped my journey and for the memories that will stay with me forever. To my fellow graduates, I wish you all the very best in the paths you choose, and may your journeys ahead be filled with great purpose and fulfillment. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Anjali. Next, I invite Ms. Bhavishya from our dual degree program. Good evening to our honorable chief guest, HOD, respected faculty members, and my dear friends. I'm deeply honored to receive the Kalpati AGS Prize and the Biocon Prize, and I thank the Almighty for the strength and courage that has carried me throughout my entire journey. First and foremost, I express my sincere gratitude to the Department of Biotechnology for providing a rich academic environment and the invaluable opportunity to pursue international research experiences. I am especially thankful to my professors whose constant encouragement has shaped not only my scientific perspective but also my personal growth. Special thanks to my faculty advisor, Vignesh sir, and my project co-guide, Arvind sir, for their constant guidance, both academically and personally. To my Amma, Appa, Tani, and Tata, your constant love, support, quiet strength, and belief in me has made me to who I am today. To my friends and peers, thank you for making this journey truly memorable and unforgettable. This recognition acts as a reminder of the community that has stood by me in every step of the way. I hope to prove this excellence and continue my service through my next steps of my scientific journey. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Bhavishya. Now I call upon Mr. Gautam B. from our dual degree program for a brief speech.
Good evening, everyone. Our esteemed chief guest, respected faculty members, parents, and my dear friends. I am truly grateful to receive the Vishwakarma Prize, and it means a lot to me. This journey has been filled with a lot of learning, exploration, and constant support from people around me. Firstly, I'd like to sincerely thank my project guide, Professor Manikantan sir, for being a constant pillar of support and for all the insightful suggestions throughout the course of the project. I'm also thankful to the members of the Birds Lab group whose inputs and discussions help refine many aspects of my work. I'm especially grateful to the faculty members of the BT department whose comments and reviews at different stages really help shape the project into what it eventually became. And lastly, of course, a big thank you to my parents and family for their trust and support, and to my friends who have always stood by me through the long nights, deadlines, and the small wins. Thank you.
Thank you, Gautam. I request Mr. Rajagopal Subramaniam from our dual degree program to please come forward.
Hi, check, check. Okay. I always want to do that. Okay. So first of all, good evening to all. Thanks for the batch of 1979 award for the best dual degree thesis in bioengineering. So I'd like to first thank my family. They have always been there for me. But of course, I'd not be getting this award without my guide, Dr. Karthik Raman. I think it's been a great 3 years. I think YRF plus this dual degree thesis, plus two very fun courses, DSA in biology and computational systems biology. I think when I was first told that we could do a project in alternative computing, I was very hesitant because I didn't even know about this. It was a complete shift. But again, thanks to him for always being there, right? I always will fondly remember our review sessions where we constantly iterated over and over to finally come up with a thesis that I can say I'm very proud about. And I hope we can also say the same. So thank you for that. I would like to give a special shout out to the department courses, both fundamental and interdisciplinary. I think it's a credit to the department that we have so many courses that, allow us to pursue our interest in whatever field of biotechnology that we want. Thanks to the HRE, Dr. Sanjeev Senapati. I think one of the first offline courses I had was numerical methods, which was a very fun course. Again, special shout out to Dr. Manoj's structural biology course and Dr. Karnakaran's cancer biology course. Again, two courses that I really learned a lot. And also, I think special shout out to BT Happy Hours because unlike what the name implies, it truly was a great place to get some good potato chips. And of course, great conversations. Thanks for the initiative. It allowed us to have more informal conversations with professors, away from the general classroom setting. But again, lastly, I think I would address this to my graduating batch. I'm sure we have had a lot of good memories from online semesters when they completely closed book online end semesters in Brahmaputra in fourth semester to the offline courses. It's been a fun ride. I think it's important to note that as we disperse to different places, it's important we never forget our roots and the shared experiences over the last 5 years. Finally, it's an honor and privilege to be able to graduate with all of you today and wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
That was wonderful, Rajagopal. Finally, I invite Ms. Malavika Venkatesh from our dual degree program. Good evening, everyone. It's an incredible honor to stand here today receiving the Professor C.S. Krishnamurthy Endowment Prize for my dual degree project. This recognition means a lot, not just for the work I've done, but for the journey it represents. This project on agent based modeling of reef fish grouping behavior was more than just an academic requirement. It gave me a space to ask my own questions, to fail, to iterate, and to build something from scratch. It was through this process that I discovered my passion for evolutionary ecology, something I'm now fortunate to pursue further through a PhD at University of California, Davis. For this, I owe my deepest thanks to Professor Karthik Shankar from Center for Ecological Sciences, ISC Bangalore, my guide and mentor. Thank you for your patient guidance, for letting me figure things out independently, and for giving me the intellectual freedom to take this project in new directions. His inputs helped shape both the work and my confidence in it. To Professor Manoj, my co-guide, thank you for opening this path in the first place. Your course was what first drew me into this intersection of fields, and your constant support during project discussions, applications, and beyond has been invaluable. And to Professor Karthik Raman, thank you for always being approachable and honest in our many interactions over the years. Your feedback, whether on SOPs, electives, or even career doubts, push me to think critically and advocate for myself. A sincere thanks to the biotechnology and DSAI departments and professors, and to IIT Madras as a whole for the flexibility, encouragement, and support to pursue interdisciplinary and often unconventional work. Finally, to my family, my parents, brother, and grandparents, thank you for always standing behind me and believing in me, especially during moments when I didn't believe in myself. Seeing your pride today means more to me than I can express. And to my friends, thank you for being there through the late nights, the last minute submissions, and all my small victories along the way. Lastly, my heartfelt gratitude to the general sponsors of these awards for recognizing and encouraging student research through these meaningful honors. Thank you. Thanks, Malavika. As a token of sincere appreciation, we would now like to present a memento to our distinguished guest of honor, Dr. Harish. I kindly request Professor Senapati to please come forward and present the memento to Dr. Harish. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the conclusion of this memorable event. As we close today's ceremony, I now call upon Dr. Richa Kanwakar to present the word of thanks. Thank you very much. I would like to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to Dr. Harish for graciously sharing his valuable time and inspiring work with us. Our sincere thanks also go to Professor Sanjeev Senapati, head of the department, for presiding over this ceremony, and without whose dedication, this event would not have been possible. I would like to sincerely thank Ms. Sneha for graciously anchoring the event and ensuring it was conducted seamlessly. And also thanks to Professor Maya for his constant support throughout. His help has been instrumental in organizing and executing this D3P event smoothly. We are grateful to all the faculty members of the Department of Biotechnology for their unwavering support and commitment to excellence. Their dedication to teaching, research, and the mentorship continues to inspire the shape of the future of our student. Thank you to our administrative and technical staff member, Ms. Jessica Madam, Swati Parani, Ramesh Kumar, Lakshmi Madam, Swati, Mr. Jayaraman, Dr. Sri Vidya, Ms. Shashireka, Ms. Kavita, Ms. Danisha, Mr. Devin Mr. Madan Madan Kumar, Mr. Karthikeyan, Mr. Vignesh, Ms. Sharon for their timeless effort in organizing this event. And especially I like to mention Mangadesh sir, Lakshmi Madam, Swati Madam, and Swarima Madam for constantly supporting me for conducting this event. Also, sorry. Also, I like to special thanks to the engineering unit and web studio of the NPTEL office for all this, and also all the student volunteer Nandana, Sharad, Diksha, Vidhi, Priya, Chidwan, Prerna, Namira, Bharati, who ensured the smooth conduct of today's program. A warm thank you to the family members, friends, and mentors of the graduating class of 2025 for being here today to celebrate and support their achievements. And finally, heartfelt congratulations to all our graduates who have stepped out of this hall today. You join a distinguished network of alumni making a positive impact around the world. We encourage you to carry forward this legacy and continue to contribute to the greater good of society. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Department of Biotechnology, I wish each one of you a bright and successful future. Congratulations once again. Thank you very much. Thank you, Professor Richa. With that, we conclude today's proceedings. I now kindly request everyone to please rise for the national anthem. जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलति तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाहे जन गण मंगल गायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय 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 I kindly request all the graduates to please stay back for the group photos, which will be taken in the following order. First, our PhD students, followed by the MS, MTech, and dual degree. Faculty members and staff are also requested to please remain for the group photos. Also, I request all of you to please collect refreshments, which is being provided in the front foyer towards my right. Thank you and have a nice evening.